The ghost of Ipswich? Nah. A family in the English village of Ipswich lived in constant terror after being tormented by the sounds of ghostly singing. Almost every night for nearly a year, a mom and her 2 kids were awakened by the disembodied voice of a little girl singing, "It's raining, it's pouring." When the singing didn't stop, the woman reached out to the local town council. They found it difficult to believe, but nevertheless asked her to contact them if it happens again. So when the song started up around midnight on September 12th, she called the council, and together they traced the eerie music to an industrial building, being played through a loudspeaker. Turns out the creepy nursery rhyme was an alarm meant to stop thieves and trespassers, and was only supposed to be heard on the property. It was triggered by an oversensitive motion sensor that was constantly being set off by itsy-bitsy spiders crawling across the lens. The site has since apologized for the disturbance and adjusted the volume, which means the poor woman and her kids can finally get a good night's rest. Boo!
The Pope-lick monster strikes again. Ohio resident Raquel Bain is the latest thrill-seeker to die in pursuit of a legendary monster whose myth has claimed many lives. According to legend, the half-goat, half-human creature hypnotizes people into crossing the Pope-lick trestle, where they then meet their death by train. Bain and her boyfriend heard the story and decided to check out the site in Louisville, Kentucky. The pair were up on the trestle Saturday night when they were surprised by an oncoming train. The two decided to hang over the side of the structure after realizing they wouldn't make it to the other side, but Bain was too slow. She was hit by the train and fell from the trestle, an 80 to 100-foot drop. Bain was pronounced dead at the scene from multiple blunt force injuries. Another victim claimed by the Goat Man. Her boyfriend survived the incident with no injuries. Local residents say the urban legend has been around for decades. Thrill seekers who come to the town mistakenly believe the trestle is abandoned and head in, despite a fence and a sign warning people to stay away. Demon to some, angel to others. This photo of what appears to be some sort of winged creature has gone viral, with some saying it's a demon, while others insist it's an angel. Richard Christensen from Laveen, Arizona, posted the photo to Facebook on January 1st. In his post, Christensen asked, "What the hell do you see in this picture for reals? Anybody?" The post was shared 80,000 times before Christensen took it down on Wednesday. But many people are skeptical, suggesting the dark shape looming over the sidewalk is likely just a tree or a Photoshop job. But Facebook user Chrissy Love seems convinced of the photo's authenticity. Love noted that there weren't any palm trees in Laveen that looked like a demon. "I knew Laveen was haunted," she wrote. But what do you think? Is this just a tree shaped like a winged spirit? A Photoshop stunt? Or is it evidence of the supernatural? Let us know in the comments.
Haunted doll attacks couple, gets sold on eBay and strikes again. Do you believe in curses and ghosts? How about demonic spirits taking over human hosts? If you do happen to take reported incidents of paranormal activity to heart, you might want to grab your Ghostbuster Proton Packs, because the series of eerie events that have been following a seemingly harmless-looking China doll in the UK are freaking people out left and right. Debbie Merrick purchased the doll back in late June from a secondhand store for £5, but she apparently had no idea what she bargained for. She and her husband Cameron claimed the doll attacked him in his sleep by leaving mysterious scratch marks on the back of his leg. Debbie claims she's found the doll in different spots, and not only does she think it can move, she's convinced it took its own necklace off, in the box. Having had enough, Debbie stuffed the doll in a box, taped it shut, and threw it up for auction on eBay, then threw it in the shed until shipping it to the next owner far away from her. Enter Lee Steer, a paranormal investigator who just needed to know what the deal with this creepy doll was. So much so that he snagged the doll with a winning bid of £866. A mere 2 days after the doll came into his possession, Lee's father claims he also found scratch marks under his arm that are apparently freakishly similar to the ones on Debbie Merrick's husband's arms. And that's not all. Lee and his parents claim lights in their home have been flickering. Strange noises are becoming more frequent, and things in the house have been turning up, cracked, broken, or just moving on their own. You know, the usual. In any case, do you believe this doll is possessed by some evil spirit? Or does Debbie Merrick really know how to sell junk on eBay? A profit of £861 ain't bad.
Ghost photobombs girl's selfie. A teenage girl from Georgia got a tingle down her spine when she checked her photos from a recent fishing trip. According to a post by her mom on Facebook, 13-year-old Haley Ogletree was taking a selfie last week when she was photobombed by a ghost. That's him, right there. Haley and her brother Colton had gone fishing with their grandparents to celebrate the boy's birthday. According to their mom, Colton caught the biggest fish like ever, so maybe the ghost was happy for him. Seems like the photobomb phantom appeared when Colton was packing the fishing tackle box back in the truck. Haley's mom said her son didn't notice anyone standing there and there was no other people around that day, so there couldn't possibly be any other explanation for how the man appeared in the photo. Could there? The photo has been shared thousands of times online and picked up by media around the world, but it's garnered divided opinions. Looks like many of you out there straight up believe in the existence of ethereal beings, while others take a more cynical view and are sure some post-production jiggery-pokery went on with young Haley's photo. So, do you believe in ghosts? Or do you think the photo is fake? Let us know with an appearance of your own in the comment section below.
Her imaginary friend will scare the living daylights out of you. It's normal for kids to have imaginary friends, it's part of our childhoods. But maybe not this kind of imaginary friend. This story was picked up by women's magazine Oh Comely when they asked kids to illustrate and write about their imaginary friends. A girl named Ruby drew a picture of her imaginary friend Grateful, who has yellow eyelashes so she can see in the dark, and she has 2 babies in her belly. Okay. Ruby said Grateful only visits her at night, which at first she was quite afraid of. Then, as Ruby got to know her special friend more, she began to enjoy the time they spent together. However, what's terrifying is the fact that Ruby said her imaginary friend is 14 years old, but can never have a birthday. Well, we don't know what that means, but it sounds ominous and curse-related. Twitter user Natalie Morales tweeted the picture of the drawing with the caption, "Ruby, you have a ghost. This is straight up terrifying." And the Twitterverse agreed, as the post instantly went viral and was retweeted more than 26,000 times. So, who wants a visit from Ruby's imaginary friend tonight?
South Carolina issues advisory regarding lizard men. Another day, another wacky alert sent out by officials in South Carolina, this time warning locals about the incidence of lizard men, or lizard people, in advance of the upcoming solar eclipse. The legend of the walking reptilian was born back in 1988, when 17-year-old Christopher Davis had just finished changing a flat tire near Skateboard Swamp in Bishopville, South Carolina. He reported seeing a red-eyed devil about 30 yards away. As the story goes, Davis got in his car and sped off, but he claimed the creature managed to chase him down and jump on the hood of his car before he was able to shake him. Davis drew this sketch of the beast following the encounter. Lizard man sightings have since become a regular enough occurrence in the area, the latest reported in 2015, when local man Jim Wilson claimed he saw something come out of the woods and run across the skateboard bridge. He described it as a tall, dark figure that had a tail and appeared to have scales, almost like an alligator with a short nose and long legs. With the total solar eclipse set to occur on August 21st, the South Carolina Emergency Management Division tweeted out this graphic, stating it does not know if lizard men become more active under a solar eclipse, but residents of Lee and Sumter counties should remain ever vigilant. As we reported last week, police in Greenville, South Carolina also warned the public not to shoot at any figures resembling Bigfoot. NASA has also released a graphic entitled Sunsquatch, detailing the best spots to catch the eclipse and Bigfoot at the same time. Who knows if the solar eclipse will indeed draw these elusive mythical beings out of the woods, but it sure is bringing out the best in a few government agencies.